What's up guys, Ironhidecity here, and tonight I'm going to teach you how to solve this thing, the Rubik's Cube. Now, I've done some tutorials on this in the past, but I'm actually going to make an updated tutorial and do it all in one video. So, a few things to note before I get into this is there have actually been multiple variants of the Rubik's Cube. For example, there has been the Void Cube released a few years ago, and I actually gave this a solve, and I actually got it pretty quickly, so maybe I'll do a tutorial on that later. And there have also been some metallic versions like this right here. So maybe I'll do a speed solve video in the future with this. Anyway, so first thing you need to note is there are 6 sides to the Rubik's Cube puzzle. Blue, red, green, orange, white, and yellow. Now, all 6 sides have a name, which leads us into the notation of this cube. The side that faces you, known as the front side, or F. So F would look like that. F prime, like that. Right, or R. R prime, L for left, L prime, U, U prime, D, D prime, and B. B prime. Now, 2 more things. Or no, 1 more thing. So say, for instance, I say 2U, that means I'm going to turn this top layer twice. Like that. So, now that you know the notation of this puzzle, I'm going to scramble the cube and then teach you how to solve it. Okay, we are scrambled and ready to get started. So, the first thing we're going to do is solve this blue cross, or whatever color you start with. Since I like to start with the blue cross, or the blue side, that's what I'm going to do first. So, first we're going to bring one of these 3 edge pieces here into this middle right-hand row. So I'm going to use this one here as an example. So like, say I do this, lines this up beautifully, and then I just turn the front face clockwise. Look at that. Lines it up. And then this one's very conveniently set up where I can just bring that over, and there we go, we got a little L. Sometimes you'll have a position like this where, say you have your blue piece underneath where it needs to go, that's no problem, just flip it up, and uh-oh, it's in the right spot. See, blue, orange, blue, orange. Just flip the wrong way. So this is your first algorithm, and it's only 4 moves. 4 moves. F prime, U, L prime, U prime. And look at that. Flips it around very nicely. And then notice this is here, but we can get it over here. So here's an algorithm I've used in the past just for this. L, 2D, L prime, 2R. And look at that. Already got your first cross, and all of your edge pieces are not only in the correct places, but oriented perfectly. So moving on to these corner pieces. Let's use this one here as an example. So going clockwise, it goes white, orange, blue. So white, orange, blue. It is in the correct spot. So this is a shortcut I have learned to get this flipped correctly. So use this algorithm with the blue here in the upper right corner in your right hand. Use the algorithm D prime, R prime, D, R. And you do that 2 times. D prime, R prime, D, R. And notice, not only is it in the correct spot, but flipped the correct direction. So, perfect. So if you got like this, you're in luck. Next up, we'll use this one down here. So I just need to turn this 1 turn to the right. And this is a little bit tricky, but there is a shortcut. It goes, so hold this, so this is in the bottom right with your right hand. And the algorithm is R prime, 2D, R, D. And notice, it flipped it. And then the regular algorithm is R prime, D prime, R, D. And if you did it like another way, it would be like, and I'll show you what it would look like the other way. You would have to do it 3 times. So R prime, D prime, R, D. That's 1. That's 2. 3. So this piece next. This one only takes twice. So 1, 2. And then you bring this over, and this one would take 5, but if you do it backwards, it would only take once. D prime, R prime, D, R. Look at that. First layer done. Next, we're going to flip it over so your solved side is down. So we're now going to look in this upper row here, or this upper layer, for one of these 4 edges without, and I repeat, without green in it. And we'll use this one right here, red and white. So I'm going to rotate this so this white lines up with white right here. And we're going to use one of 2 algorithms. Basically the same, but they're the opposite direction from each other. So this is the left-handed variant of the algorithm. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And look at that. Not only do you have your edge piece in position, but you did not mess up your blue side at all. Completely unaffected. Next up, we'll do this side. And this also needs to go to the left. So, same deal. Here's one that needs to go to the right. So basically the same, but the other direction. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. There you go. So using those two algorithms, you basically should have not one, but 2 layers completely solved. So now that your 2 middle layers are done, the hardest part will be this top layer. So you can have one of 4 possible situations for this stage. You can have a dot, an L, a line, or a cross. Your goal is to get to the cross. So we have a dot here. So this is an algorithm. This may sound familiar to you. So you can hold it from anywhere on the cube. So like this, 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 or this, doesn't matter, as long as your blue side points toward your table or mat, in my case. So your algorithm is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And if you did it correctly, you should end up with a backwards L, or a little L here. So you want your L to be facing this way to the upper left. So you want one part facing the wall and the other in your left hand. And the algorithm again is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And you'll get a vertical line. Now, no, or horizontal line, sorry. Next, with this line facing horizontal, it will not work vertically, and I'll show you why. It went back to the dot. So you want it horizontal, not vertical. So again, with it facing horizontal like this, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Look at that. We have all 4 of the edges flipped correctly. So we're moving on. So now we have to flip the 4 edge pieces so they correspond with these centers. And notice I have 2 here. You can either have 1, 2, or all 4. So say I can't get any. So this is the algorithm you're going to use. R, U, R prime, U, R, 2U, R prime. And you should end up with 1 in your right hand and 1 in your left hand. And what I mean by that is 1 should be here correctly placed, and this one should be correctly placed. And this part, it doesn't matter which one faces you and which faces the wall. So again, with 1 facing you and 1 pointing away, the algorithm R, U, R prime, U, R, 2U, R prime. And now we got them adjacent to each other. So with one in your right hand and one facing the wall, one more time. R, U, R prime, U, R, 2U, R prime. And one final up, we'll line all these up. And we didn't have to position any edges, corners that time, but sometimes you will have to. All right, so we are at the final stage of solving the Rubik's Cube. And this is done in 2 phases. A, getting these corners lined up with their corresponding centers, and B, flipping them. So, first stage, getting these to point to the correct centers. So look on the Rubik's Cube and you'll see if they're correct right away. So no, no, yes, it's this one. So I'm looking yellow, green, red. So yellow, green, red. Yellow, green, red. Perfect. So you can do this algorithm in either direction and it'll magically come together. So a lot of people have trouble with this algorithm. The forward, sometimes it'll go, and this I get mixed up sometimes too. So U, R, U prime, L, U, R, U prime, L prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, L. That didn't work. One more should do it. U, R, U prime, L prime, U prime, R prime, U, L. Bingo. We got not 1, but 4 in the correct spot. Lastly, we just need to flip them. So some go counterclockwise, some go clockwise. This goes clockwise, or no, counterclockwise. So it's D, R, D prime, R prime, D prime, R prime, D, R. Rotate, or no, we'll do this one. So this one, D, R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. Rotate. D prime, R prime, D, R, D prime, R prime, D, R. Rotate. R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D, and one turn away from solving your first Rubik's Cube. Congratulations! That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video and this walkthrough. Hope you guys found this helpful. This is Ironhidecity 17. If you need any help with the Rubik's Cube in the future, please check my YouTube channel out in the description below, and I'll have a link to Amazon.com where you can actually purchase a Rubik's Cube so you can follow along with this guide. And maybe next time we'll tackle another cube. Until then, this is Ironhidecity, signing out.